Tonight, Prime Minister Alan Shastney will travel to Florida for a meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump come Friday. The leader of the opposition demands answers from government concerning the O.N. King EU hospital, which the opposition says remains shrouded in secrecy.
On the issue of healthcare, the government has assumed a totally callous, insensitive and dismissive posture.
And a dueling brother and sister are fighting to be the best when it comes to academic excellence. The details are coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovely and Amy Joseph.
It is Wednesday, the 20th of March, 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News. I am Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Alan Shastney will travel to Florida for a meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump. The Office of the Prime Minister has said that he welcomes the opportunity for dialogue on deepening the relationship between the Caribbean and the United States. U.S. President Donald Trump will meet leaders of 5 Caribbean nations on Friday in an effort to strengthen cooperation on security and trade issues. The meeting at Mar-a-Lago, the president's Florida resort, will feature the leaders of the Bahamas, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, and St. Lucia. U.S. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders has said that President Trump will use the meeting to thank the leaders for their support for peace and democracy in Venezuela. Venezuelan officials have accused the U.S. of seeking to conspire to further destabilize the country. The senior communications officer in the Office of the Prime Minister, Nicole MacDonald, says St. Lucia has been clear about its position on Venezuela, and the matter is an anticipated talking point for leaders come Friday.
I anticipate that when it comes to issues related to that particular matter, it will be discussed at the meeting as well. However, I would not want to preempt anything that would come out or be said at the meeting. So maybe after the meeting, we can have a interview or review with the Prime Minister on what was actually discussed. But St. Lucia has maintained, and we recently released a statement about our position on Venezuela. We have had ongoing meetings as well with Venezuelan officials. So it's not that we've just been meeting, with U.S. officials. The Prime Minister has had meetings with the Venezuelan ambassador. He's had meetings with visiting Venezuelan delegations. So we have been discussing this particular issue of Venezuela on all sides.
Specific areas of focus will be security, energy, and expanding trade and investment opportunities. McDonald says there are pressing regional security issues and areas of domestic concern that must be addressed.
St. Lucia has had a long relationship with the U.S. in terms of support. In fact, about 2 years ago, the U.S. actually donated significant levels of equipment to our Director of Public Prosecution's office. So we have been communicating, speaking with the U.S. about further assistance when it comes to the issue of security, both at the local level and at the regional level.
Donald Trump's secretary, for her part, has said that the United States remains a good friend to the Caribbean and seeks to build on a proud legacy as the region's partner of choice. Government ministers, dignitaries, special invited guests, students and members of the general public were present at the Philip Marston grounds on Sunday to witness Prince Charles's 3rd visit to St. Lucia. However, there were noticeable absences during the ceremony, which piqued the curiosity of some present. Tresha Lionel explains.
Many attended the official ceremony held in honor of the Prince's 3rd visit to St. Lucia on Sunday, but a select few were noticeably absent. The district representative for Vieux Fort South and for Vieux Fort North were not in attendance. In fact, no opposition members were seen during the March 17th event at the Philip Marston grounds. Were invitations lost in the mail? Were they received and then ignored? Was it a show of solidarity among the opposition members when they did not show up? Or were they even officially invited? Hot 7 News has been unable to receive an answer from government officials or from opposition MPs themselves on the matter. Many present, especially residents of Vieux Fort South, were left speculating on what happened.
I think that was very unfortunate because, we are St. Lucians. The Prince come to visit the St. Lucia Church. They should have the opposition on the side, but since maybe they didn't invite them, that's the reason why they wasn't there. But they should be invited them.
One man who too noticed the absence simply believes that whatever the case may have been, it just doesn't look good.
I realize that, but I don't know the reason why they wasn't there. But I think whatever it is, whatever dispute they have or whatever it is, they shouldn't use it. They should just forget it. Okay, it's an activity. He was there and just go along with it. The reason, like I said, we don't know. None of us know why they wasn't there. I myself am wondering why they wasn't there. Even the district rep. You understand? It'd look a bit better if they were there.
The Prince's visit was followed by a reception hosted by the Governor General at the Coconut Bay Hotel in Vieux Fort. I am Tresha Lionel for Hot 7 News.
Information reaching the Hot 7 News desk at 3 p.m. on Wednesday did bring some light to the issue. The leader of the opposition spoke on the matter, saying that while he did not attend the ceremony at the Philip Marston grounds, he did pay respect to the Prince by showing face at the reception afterwards. In fact, one image has surfaced of the leader of the opposition with the Prime Minister during the reception held at Coconut Bay Hotel.
We were at the reception and we were on the receiving line to meet His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales.
So were you at the field itself?
We were not on the field.
Any specific reason?
No, we just thought we wanted to show our courtesies as members, as a leader of Her Majesty's loyal opposition. We thought it would be courteous to go and to greet the Prince.
And now, one British citizen believes that St. Lucia being ranked as the second unhealthiest country in the world may be due to a lack of proper healthcare infrastructure and policies on island. The British resident, currently here on vacation, believes that St. Lucia's level of drinking, for example, is roughly equivalent to that of the UK.
I can't believe that it's unhealthy because you have good food. I know maybe too much alcohol, but that happens all over the world. But is your healthcare good? The healthcare is not that good. We are very lucky in UK because we have national health, so we don't have to pay for. We pay for it in our taxes, but we're looked after automatically if we're ill in a hospital or anything. So we do have good healthcare, but doesn't mean we're healthy because I smoke too much and I still drink, and that's not healthy. The government should help with healthcare.
Binge drinking was cited as one of the reasons for placing St. Lucia so prominently on the list. In related news, St. Lucians voiced their thoughts on being called the second unhealthiest nation in the world. Suffice to say, some remain skeptical.
St. Lucia has been singled out as the second unhealthiest country out of 20 unhealthiest countries in the world in 2019. The Indigo Wellness Index placed the island at that position due to binge drinking, blood pressure and blood glucose scores. So we took to the streets to find out, what do you think of this placing of St. Lucia as the second most unhealthiest country in the world?
They have a lot of illegal people selling rum all over, and the government don't do nothing about it. So that's why you get the rum selling cheap. So people, they have $1, they could get $1 rum to drink, and that is not good for your body. That destroys your body. So St. Lucia is like a lot of it. They'll always get a lot of rum to drink and destroy their own self in the process. That's why we have so much diabetes. People have their feet amputated. Rum has a lot to do with it. Put on extra tax on the rum.
It's a small island. You have larger places that are unknown and they're more unhealthy than St. Lucia, even in the US. So why they have to say that? I think it's a larger aim. It's a larger aim so that they can get cheap land in the country. Because nobody will want to come, and the ones who want to come are the ones making the research, and if they make any research, they're just making statements. They don't know the country. We eat fresh foods. By the market on a Saturday, you'll find all fresh foods, greens, vegetables, everything, fresh. Not in a freezer somewhere. The alcohol, people don't have enough money to drink.
Chop cabaret cashew. Inshallah, people forgum. Who reduce take about it, sir. Let's say drop the pick about it. Pass it to Monacapella, Jaya, Puri Plasla. Eh? One two part to have a temper to non healthy eye. Pitico go. Cabwell. You can start take him to cook in your hole. Cut short for money days. Okay, if I can. Sepumon malade. Lawala Health Center. Primo Braco. Pasha Ministry. Tout la tani pisadu. Moi quand c'est tout n'est plus passé pièce côté. Moi j'aime qui ça fait. Yo ça Jerry. Personne passe à Jerry pisa. Là c'est pour dire yon qui a Jerry.
I mean, the statement is very possible, and you must connect it with, in terms of how we live, in terms of our St. Lucia is high in poverty. And of course, even from the poor to the middle class is always struggling. So the access to the correct food might be the biggest challenge in terms of the spending power. We all know that to try to eat healthy costs, or try to sustain a healthy life is costly. So that could be one of the major contributors to that. Also in the St. Lucia, we also have a culture of the alcohol, which whilst we say we have regular or regulatory aspects to guide it and to manage it, you find that from as age as 9-10-year-olds already indulge into that culture of alcohol drinking and so on. And of course, because of the stresses of life, you find people now doing less exercising. You know, people are more focused of what's going to happen to their life, and all that contribute to the health. And so I'm not surprised when you hear of depression is contributing to it, and of course obesity. It's sometimes all psychologically, and the hardship that people may have to go to. Also, the sensitivity of where government is making health priority. You know, how the government work with health to ensure that St. Lucians or the country have proper health, or even promoting proper healthy life and supporting systems to help persons, you know, to have a better life could also contribute to that. So it's very possible that St. Lucia could be rated as one of the countries that have a poor health, and as I said, all of this could be contributing to that.
St. Lucia scored 0.29 for binge drinking, blood pressure and blood glucose scores. This made St. Lucia the second and healthiest country. There are a number of activities that a person can engage in to assist in getting to a better state of health, which can include decreasing on the amount of alcohol consumption and also cutting back on fatty and greasy foods. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
10 measures were utilized to find the rankings. They were healthy life expectancy, blood pressure, blood glucose, obesity, depression, happiness, alcohol use, tobacco use, inactivity, and government spending on healthcare. When we come back, the leader of the opposition insists that during his government's leadership, resolve was brought to the Fire Service Department after their 14-day strike in 2014. We'll be right back.